It's the Rundown. It's brought to you by Mamitas. Mamitas tequila and soda mixed up in one of these tall cans. That is the method right now. You get some seltzer soda, seltzer water, get the soda in a tall, skinny, nice can with some good packaging. You got this matte type of, covering, whatever you want to call it.
It is the matte can. I like that.
It's nice, right?
It feels expensive.
It does. It's
affordable
classy,
too.
And it's like it almost feels.
That is delicious.
Yeah. You guys have mango too?
And I don't love tequila either.
I know. I've never.
Can't even,
I've always been
doesn't
a
love me.
tequila shot guy. I've never done like the mix. I mean a margarita, but I've never done like tequila and soda until this.
They're
and now
doing
I'm
their
on board.
sponsoring the dozen too.
Yeah, I mean they are.
John and Casey were on last night.
Oh, well, you know they're gonna drink it.
Casey love Casey, and this was a complete mistake. She didn't read the question.
One of
the worst answers in the history of the show.
Really?
Go on.
Can you
watch it. It's.
Can you just give us a little taste?
I'll just say
like
what
the genre.
Just
tell
say
us.
It's just as funny.
People want to see
it's
it
just
live.
as funny when you watch it. When you watch the whole
you gotta
thing.
see the real thing. Yeah.
It was named the top 25 biggest cities population-wise that do not have any of the big four sports in their city.
Should
And
say like
our
Los
first guess
Angeles.
was immediately Oklahoma City, which obviously have the Thunder.
Yeah.
It's tough.
And also had a question about Oklahoma City Thunder 5 questions before that.
So it was already out.
It was tough. She immediately knew she fucked up. John was stunned. he was
But did that
shocked.
go through as an answer, or did they correct her quickly?
Absolutely. Oh no, it went through. It got
That was
through,
like
and it
her-
was
her
incorrect.
official answer? Oh.
I won't say who won the match, but it was a tough scene. She was upset when I told her it's already up on Instagram.
It's her and him and Cons are the trio.
Yeah, and Cons was suspended for the first 10
Right.
10 rounds because of a cheating scandal. So
I feel like, well, let me get through this ad read and then we'll talk about it, because I feel like there's more cheating
But
in
they
the dozen
sponsored
than
the
Major
dozen,
League
yeah.
Baseball in the
Yeah.
90s. It's crazy. But Mamitas, they're sponsoring this. They're sponsoring the cheaters over at the dozen. Tequila and soda. This is mango. I had pineapple yesterday. It was delicious. They've also got lime and paloma, which, Donnie explain what paloma is to me. Donnie, what's paloma again? Cool.
I think he's got headphones.
Italian grapefruit, that's what it was. 5% alcohol by volume, only 95 calories, gluten-free. So, shout out to everybody dealing with that celiacs. Only 1.9 grams of carbs. I mean, it's healthy, it's cocky, it's cool, it's tasty, it's good to go. Mamitas, you can get it on GoPuff or Drizzly, get it delivered right to your door, a little tequila and soda. But yeah, I mean, there's more cheating than that Jose Canseco.
And like Brandon opened up the floodgates when he started accusing everybody of cheating, and I'm always going to have that grudge. Love Brandon too. Always going to have that grudge against him. He opened up. Everyone gets accused now, and everyone who watches. I think most of our audience just watch to accuse people of cheating.
Who do you think has cheated?
White Sox Dave.
Yeah, but he was also drunk, so a guy let him get away with it.
Okay. Wasn't there one time where Cons pulled a number of a jersey out of his ass at the last second?
He he suspended for the last match because it was shady and he didn't listen to my directions. It was tough. It was tough.
I do feel like all I hear about
he took it graciously.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I feel like Brandon Walker is the Jose Canseco.
Frank the Tank got
he
accused.
wrote like Juice basically, and he just opened up the floodgates and is accusing everybody of everything.
Frank got accused. We made him sit away from the computer. I never believed he cheated. He sat away from the computer, spent the entire match putting holes in his belt, new holes in his belt, because he gets unholed belts. And he added holes and then proceeded to beat the doors off Brandon and PFT.
Oh, I love
and
that.
Put that to bed
Like,
really
I'll
quick.
do this from the fucking moon, man. I'll do this wherever you want. I'll sit where
Here's the
I
thing
want.
with trivia. It's like someone accused today Casey of cheating because she looked off camera. It's like someone in her apartment. Like you can get random questions in trivia. It happens.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
it
the thing
does
about
happen.
trivia. It's
But
like you can be. You don't have to be
there's been enough
smart. you don't
shady
have to
shit
be,
where I do get it. I get it.
As far as the Jose Canseco, though, the fight is on February 5th for Rough and Rowdy. Billy put out some training videos. Jose Canseco. Caleb is interviewing Jose Canseco, said he's not sure if Billy is now training hard enough. He doesn't know if he has faith in him. So, it's becoming there's some drama. There's some drama afoot. So that's Friday, February 5th. Rough and Rowdy back in West Virginia. No way, Jose.
Billy and I have a small internet rivalry because he talks shit about my dog, but I hope he puts Jose Canseco's face through the fucking canvas.
Well,
when he started doing the Drago impressions, all the way out on Jose Canseco.
I mean, Jose Canseco is the worst. But he's 270.
He's big.
He's got those arms.
Yeah.
I just get a little nervous.
This is by far the most excited I've been for
Rough and Rowdy.
Yeah, this is like it's
and
so
I think
weird.
No matter what happens, people are going to be like, well, duh. Like, if Billy wins, it's going to be like, he's 30 years younger and like a D1 or whatever, college athlete, duh. And if Jose Canseco wins, it's going to be like, duh, he's fucking Jose Canseco.
I do think there's the only, like, I think if Billy gets beat, I think in any way we'd be like, well, yeah. But there is an embarrassment factor for Jose Canseco for sure. For sure. Like,
oh, yeah.
Like, I don't, like, this might be.
I think a knockout either way would be tough.
56, I think.
Oh, wow.
I've said this. I think a prop. Well, we're not. But like, if this were on a book, like if this were on our book, I'm gonna get in trouble from Penn for saying this. But I wanted a prop to be, could Billy make him shit himself? Like, he's old enough where I feel like a good punch from Billy.
Well, when he fought Ho Chi
Canseco might poop his
Minh,
pants.
he got his shit handled, but I don't know if like he's trained hard since then or
I would love
whatever.
a prop of Will Jose Canseco poop his pants. Maybe put it on the Stool Streams app. Will Jose
Imagine
Canseco
he's
poop
just
his
like
pants.
laid out with just poop trickling down his shorts.
It's on the
I
table.
don't
think it's that crazy.
No,
it's
it's
entirely
not. It's
possible.
not.
I don't think it's that insane.
I will say, there was a period of time where I would have thought like Jose Canseco was one of the last men on earth I'd want to fight. Like when he was like a juice monkey like Bass brother, you know. And I know he's old now, but I hope the athleticism outweighs the rest. Let's get into the rundown here. We'll start off. Oh, I gotta talk about GameStop. This is one of my favorite fucking, and maybe Devlin, I don't know if this translates over to the gaming world at all, but it's more of a stock world, but if you got anything to chime in. So, here's what's going on. I'll give it a quick breakdown. GameStop, you remember GameStop? You know, you went with your mom and you traded in your fucking video games and you bought, your physical games.
I went when it was back with EB Games before they merged.
Yeah, right. It's brick and mortar. It's the most obsolete company like in the fucking world. This guy who is a notorious he calls himself an activist short seller. Very basic terms, he's betting on stocks going down. So what this dude does is he shorts a stock and then he goes on social media and he like torpedoes that company to basically make sure that the price goes down. So he comes out and he says, GameStop's trash. It's, the world is all digital. Everyone downloads it. This place sucks. I'm shorting it. The Reddit world gets wind of this, particularly the subreddit Wall Street Bets. And they're, kind of internet nerdy. They're gamers. They don't like this guy. They decide, fuck you. We're going to rally and we're all going to buy it. So the price starts going up. Now, everybody who listened to this dude who shorted it are like, oh, we're fucked. So they short the stock, the price starts going up. They need to get out of their position. They need to cover their short position. So how do you do, and when you do that, you contribute to the price going up as well. They call it the short squeeze. I'm learning the basics of myself here too, so I might be getting some of this wrong. But, so these guys are buying it. The people who have to cover their short position end up inflating the stock as well. So everything is just making the stock go through the fucking roof. There's one dude, he's deep fucking value on Reddit. He's like a Reddit Wall Street legend. He goes by the name Roaring Kitty on YouTube. Back in August, he threw his life savings into GameStop, 50 grand. And he was like, I think he was like, he laid it all out in his YouTube stream.
This was before the short.
All the shit.
Okay, yeah.
So, yes and no. So he looked at it and was like, this is one of the most shorted stocks, if that's the terminology, on the street. So and he was like, I don't think it should be. They just hired a new CEO, and I think they merged with another company. So there was a couple tangible things going on that you might say inspires confidence. On the other side of things, the people who were shorting it were like, it's GameStop and it's the year 2021. So this dude had a thought, throws 50 grand on it. He's got $15 million right now.
Holy shit.
It's crazy. The numbers are bananas. It goes up it was a $4 stock. It's like Penn. It's like a $4 stock. At one point it was trading over 100. What happened though, the Reddit bros started sending death threats to the dude who was shorting it. And he came out and was like, I'm done. Like I'm talking to the FBI about these threats, and I will no longer be talking about it, which then like rallied the price even more. So it's all this crazy shit that is like all contributes to the price going through the fucking roof. So GameStop in the year 2021 is like the focus of the finance world.
Sounds like a documentary in waiting.
Honestly, like it could be, you know, and I'm sure there's, you know, it blends into the gaming world and then the finance world. The whole like the trend has been these Robinhood investors, the day traders, the Daves of the world. Like, it makes no sense. The guy who shorted it is correct, but if the internet decides to do something, you're fucked.
It's like that's what I thought was going to happen to Dogecoin. Everybody thought that TikTokers would just get Dogecoin to $1. Yeah, I was out of it.
I know, me too.
Now I'm back
me
in,
too.
and
I know.
I don't want to talk about it.
I think Arsenal scored.
Troop's doing his thing, yeah.
It tells me Arsenal
I would imagine Troop's, Arsenal's doing well. But yeah, so GameStop is the talk right now of Wall Street and the internet. We'll see where that goes. Second half of the rundown is brought to you by. Huh?
GameStop had it. Like, I feel like GameStop had to see it coming, or they had to see what happened with Blockbuster and movies.
Do something.
And been like, I don't think they could be like, well, there's no way that's gonna happen in video games. Like,
I mean, they're still there though.
I also don't know if there's a way to adapt for them. Like Blockbuster could have gone digital, right? But like, if you're in the business of like trading games,
they sort of tried, and Enron killed them. Enron was supposed to create the next Netflix with Blockbuster, but their technology, I mean, everything Enron did was fake, basically. They just faked everything, which is, if you've never seen the Enron documentary, the Smartest Guys in the Room.
I fucking love Enron. I love guys who just blatantly.
It's like jaw-droppingly stuff. If you don't know anything about Enron,
Yeah.
And
the Madoffs of the world.
They fucked over Blockbuster.
Yeah, I mean, it's just unbelievable what you can get away with if you just continue to fake it. If you just stand on that shit.
Just lie about everything.
Yep. Second half brought to you by Felix Gray. We're all staring at our screens, our TV screens, our phones all day long, and the Felix Gray glasses will come in to eliminate the blue light, filter it out, and make sure you don't get headaches, make sure your eyeballs don't strain, make sure you don't lose your vision, and you'll look sharp while you're doing it. It helps restore your balance, it keeps you sharp and awake. You know, when Dave's trading and getting in and out on GameStops of the world, he keeps the Felix Gray glasses on to make sure that he stays sharp. Now, some glasses will start, you know, at like hundreds of dollars. Here, the Felix Gray blue light glasses start at just $95, and you can add a prescription now and make it $145. But you got your own personal subscription with the blue light lenses, with the Felix Gray style. It's made with high quality materials, all fashionable and cutting edge on the trends, and all with that 21st century look. Go to felixgrayglasses.com/rundown for the best blue light glasses on the market. That's Felix Gray Glasses, gray with an A, glasses.com/rundown. Free shipping, free returns, free exchanges. That's felixgrayglasses.com/rundown. What was the other thing? What else? So the Jay Cutler, Kristen Cavallari story was big over the weekend. A couple more details have come to light, or a couple more details that we missed. This all began when the new girl on Southern Charm started chirping about Kristen Cavallari being a mom and talking about the kids, and that's where this all began. Jay Cutler just stuck in the fucking middle, being like, don't talk about my kids, don't talk about us personally.
I feel like, I don't know. Jay Cutler just seems like the last person who wants to be involved in a reality drama.
Which is crazy though to me. Like I feel like.
But yeah, he did have a reality show.
You know what I mean? Like he wants no drama in his life, but he's a professional athlete who married a reality TV show girl who's now sleeping with another reality TV show girl, and is just stuck in this. Like he just wants to just.
Maybe secretly he loves it.
He just wants imagine if that's what he's just trying to get a show for himself.
I mean,
imagine if it was just if Jay had a reality show.
Bravo. Like he wants to go on Bravo now.
He should be the Bachelor.
Could you imagine
if him and Kristen Cavallari?
That would be the crazy stuff. They already have a fake person on there right now this season.
Oh yeah, is that what's going on?
Absolutely.
That true?
They'll agree.
Fran, Rhea, anybody over there? Is there? What are you saying? There's a fake.
They have a fake person on The Bachelor. It's a fake character. They cast a fake character.
Like she's just
like
so over the top.
She's a plant, or
really?
she's an awful person.
Really. But like so over the top that like you can't possibly be real.
Correct. Like she tried to go on like a Good Morning America apology kind of situation today, and it was awful. Like she's just
Did she get voted off? So she must have been.
No, she's still on the show.
You can do press and shit when you're on the show?
She got arrested like 9 years ago for shoplifting makeup in Florida, and so her mugshot was released, and they had her on to talk about the mugshot.
What has she done on the show that's so like over the top that she's fake?
Monday, 5 new girls came in, and one of them is Miss Puerto Rico. She came in with like a crown and a sash. And Victoria calls herself a queen, like she says, "I'm Queen Victoria."
It's her job title.
And she sat down and was like, "Well, I'm actually the real queen," and took the crown off the girl's head and put it on her own head.
Wow.
in front of the whole group.
Is this like is it entertaining or like nobody likes her?
It was entertaining at first. Now it's bad. Like she's calling every girl a slut, every girl's a whore, hoe bat. Like
it's not
it's
even
bad.
like an entertaining bill.
No, like she's calling girls slurs on television now.
It's what you watch and you're like, no.
Yeah, she's bad.
You're
She's
like,
it's
not
bad.
real.
No. Go.
She's still there.
Like you can.
Is that so? It's one of those like, hey, you have to give her a rose. Like we have to give her.
The way he has kissed multiple women. Victoria has kissed him. Like Victoria's been like, "Can I have a kiss?" Like he's like, "Oh, okay."
I mean,
even like they showed like a conversation and she's like, and that is why I think we're a good match. And then she got up and like walked away. I'm like, that's the fakest shit ever fucking. Like, which
That's,
I don't. I think when reality
I'm
shows
okay
get
with that.
called out, like reality shows often, like people don't watch reality like, oh, that's script. Like I don't. The Bachelor really isn't script. Like I don't think it is. But this one, light bulb went off. Like
kind of
that's fake.
Has there ever been like a Plant and Survivor? You think?
I don't think so. I mean, Plant is like they'll cast characters where you know what they're gonna be.
You're the dickhead. You're the,
right. But like, so they'll cast like stereotype cast, but I don't think they're actually like go do this.
Yeah. We saw the first trailer for Godzilla versus King Kong, which is always sparks up debate whether or not you think the movie's gonna be good or whatever. The eternal debate rages on. I mean, Godzilla would run King Kong's.
Yeah, well, they had to alter things to make it work. They made him grow.
Nuclear fire breath.
They made him grow. They made King Kong grow.
Yeah,
so he's
big enough.
You're like, he was so small in the last one. Well, they made him grow over the years. That takes place a long time ago. So we don't see that happen. We may see in this movie.
But still,
we didn't see that movie. He's got a sword. He's got a fucking sword now. He's got like a big sword that can deflect the
laser. Okay.
Yeah.
Does
so
Godzilla get
it? Well, Godzilla has a nuclear fucking breath.
Yeah, he doesn't need
Right,
that. He also, I don't
he
think he
doesn't
could
get an
hold. He wouldn't be able to hold.
Yeah, he's got those little
stub arms.
Is it literally a sword or is like he carries
it's almost like a battle axe.
but it's like a designed weapon. It's
Yeah,
not like he
I
just
thought
picks up like the Empire State
So I
Building
thought
and
he was
uses it as
holding a fighter jet.
Okay.
But that was kind of sick, honestly.
Yeah.
But no,
is that what he hits the beam back into his mouth with?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got like it's like a big ancient sword because like I guess in the trailer they're setting up that there was like a monster war back in the day and the gorillas had fucking swords.
Okay. At least they tried to address it. I think that's a little bit of like
I was a fan.
It's not realistic for me, but
I was a fan of the last one, King of the Monsters, because I thought they really sold into like my thing is this, like people like, how do you like rate like a comedy the same line as like a Goodfellas? Like when I look at a movie and I rate a movie, I rate it for like what it's trying to be. And like if it tries to be a big monster movie, but it really goes like, we gotta have a deep story. Like, no.
Yeah, it's not
that.
worth it.
I thought King of the Monsters, they had a story, but like they were like, this is gonna be a fucking loud action, and like I loved it. So I think this one they're gonna do that even more.
So what I didn't like is like the little girl who controls everything. That seems stupid.
They did a lot of screaming. Why is it always a little kid?
I know.
It's always the new Predator movie did that.
They should just like if you told me that like a professor of like animal linguistics like figured out how to do it, I'd be cool with that.
There's always a kid.
Like, yeah. I guess they try to make him like likable. Now that was the other thing. So like Godzilla was like a good guy in the last one. He's looking like a bad guy in this one. But then in the trailer, it looks like they reveal Mechagodzilla.
Mechagodzilla's definitely in.
So then it's gonna be Kong and Godzilla together, right?
We have a good friends of ours for our pod in Australia called the Weekly Planet, and they coined this phrase kind of, and it's first they fight, then they're mates. That's like all these movies. Batman, Superman, they always fight.
It's like
and
they're
then
not
friends.
actually enemies. They come together to fight the real bad guys. But you do that, you throw in 11, you throw in Coach Taylor, and
which usually that's bad because the villain sucks. But
if it's Mechagodzilla,
Mechagodzilla's pretty fucking badass. So like that.
Yeah, I think I'd say like this is Superman versus Batman. It's like obviously Superman is gonna win, right? And they're gonna come together in the end. I mean, no, Superman vs. Batman was one of the worst movies of all time.
No, I wouldn't go.
It was
comic book movies.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
It was pretty bad.
The fact that
I've
they
always
came
defend
together,
worst of all time.
They came together because they're
Martha.
Martha is the name of their
not
mother.
good.
Is the most ridiculous. Like
Absolutely.
that got through hundreds of people in production.
Oh, don't get me wrong. It's not. I'm always a defender of word. Like I'm actually making my rankings for the year now. MovieRankings.net. You can see what it is already. Bobblehead's the movie. Like when I had to watch that.
Bobblehead's the movie.
Yeah, they got the Cher is in it. They got the rights to Cher, but they didn't have enough money left over to get any songs, so she just speaks. It's amazing.
Speaking of, how about Paul Bettany with the wardrobe change?
Crazy.
You notice that? So Paul Bettany, Vision, he interviewed with Lights Camera Barstool. He interviewed with us for LCP. He's got like a black turtleneck, black blazer, looking sharp.
You are so fucking hip. It hurts.
4 to 4:30, like 4:31 for KSU Radio. He's got a tan sweater over his like shirt and tie. Motherfucking Beyonce wardrobe change on
Which
him.
is like, it's funny because Vision can change anything at any moment because it's kind of funny
Paul
that he
did.
looks like.
Fucking rocking
He just
out,
looks
dude.
like he is Vision.
Yeah, that was a flex. I've never seen somebody do that. Like the thought that he was just like, okay, like rips his clothes off, puts it back
I don't
on,
know.
and he's like ready to go.
I don't know how, like, I know you guys got into the Marvel stuff. Probably not. We got, like, that's all we talked about, but it is crazy. I was mentioning to somebody yesterday, Marvel people, and you interviewed Anthony Mackie, right?
Mm-hmm.
People who are in the Marvel universe are so much, like, there's a slickness to their interview compared to people who aren't. And I'm not saying because I think they're so trained to say certain things and not
reveal
spoil shit.
secrets and
like,
shit. Yeah.
And they're always really good interviews.
Yep.
Because, like,
Well, didn't Mark Ruffalo once blow it?
He did
And then
actually. I wrote the question. I got
Yeah,
him to blow.
I was gonna
It's
say,
like one
did
of
you
my
have a
feather
hand
in my
to-
cap.
I feel like
But-
since then it's been
What
like.
was it?
We got him to say something at the Disney convention D23 that everyone died in Infinity War.
Yeah.
He played it off like he didn't really mean it, but like they did. They all died.
Yeah.
But I think it's because they're so used to not being able to say anything about their project. Because it's like, well, what do you do in this movie? They go, can't talk about it.
Right.
And
So
so they
here's
have
a way
all
to
these
actually
great
talk
stories. And like
about it and
they're always the best interviews.
Yeah, no,
Because they know how to make it. Because they know they
pros.
have to make it fun.
For sure.
Changing though in a minute is great. Like,
Totally.
Wow.
I mean, if you haven't seen those interviews, he's a great dude. So
Mm-hmm.
go watch. All right, let's get into the drama. Who fucking cares about the rest of the topics? Erika Nardini is in the crosshairs for the anti-Barstool. We got to come up with a name for like the asterisk Barstool people. Anybody who's out here tweeting.
Barstool crowd now, maybe.
I call it sports Twitter. I just call it
Barstool,
sports Twitter.
So Erika is
the
obviously
bubble
like
of sports Twitter.
a women's hockey champion, specifically the NWHL, NHWL, whatever it is. I mean, has done more. I didn't even know that existed prior to Erika. You know, she's put them on the map in so many ways, interviewing the players, befriending them, like videos of her playing hockey. Like, I mean, part of me feels like this is so silly. Like, I can't believe we just keep doing this because it's the same thing every time. But this one particularly, like, Erika is like walking the walk, talking the talk. She's on the ice. You see her lacing up her skates, putting on the pads, like clapping against the boards, all when she's like just came from a board meeting. And I mean, it's the most like inspirational thing I can think of for a female athlete, female business person. Like, she's doing it all. And they still find a way. What is the argument this time? What are they saying?
I am so lost. I can't even, I don't know what they're arguing.
Right.
I think, did they just like realize
It's just
Erika
the
works for
normal
Barstool?
doesn't
Well,
like us.
she just did an interview with the players. And I guess
Yeah.
people were like, I can't support the NWHL anymore because...
It's clearly a passion. Like,
But it gets so many more fans and
And
interviews
also,
from
it's like
Erika.
it's not like she's
Insane.
going in there and being like, "Hey, can we get the stool and the star logo as the logo for?" Like, it's
Yeah,
not like
she's
like
just like... she's
just doing it for the
again,
like the enjoy.
Right.
Yeah, it's
the
that's
love of the game. It's the perfect... She's not exploiting it. She's not using them.
Some of the
She's-
tweets were fucking.
And I mean, I would just love, and then, you know, like Casey defends it, and like the way they react, people are just like, well, you can't say this if you've one time said that on the internet. It's like,
Yeah.
I would love to get these people in a room and be like, let's have an honest debate. Let's have a real conversation, because I don't think you could last like literally 2 minutes. You don't have a single point to defend yourself. It's fucking insane.
I
this
think
time.
they actually have mental issues. I think
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of them have like serious
It's
mental
the
issues.
continued thing too of like, it's that the way people act as if this is the only company in the world that has ever said or done anything. But it's like, but Peter King went after. Remember when Peter King came after us and he wrote that thing? You worked for the network that harbored Matt Lauer for 30 fucking years.
Right.
Like what? Like are you
things
gonna
that
now?
are far worse than like the
it's
jokes
like what?
we
Like
made, you know?
that's my thing. It's like whatever. If you don't like us, that's always been like if you don't like us, you don't like us. Whatever. Like right? Everyone says that. But
sure.
like. It's the acting as if it's like the holier than thou. It's like, what are we?
And the one player responded and was like an openly racist company.
Oh,
Do you know what openly racist
openly
means?
support
Do you know
white-
what
when they say
openly
white
racist
supremacy,
is?
Openly supports
Right,
white
like when you
supremacy.
throw
around
those
these
words
terms.
around, like it just really
Openly
belittles
supports-
actual racist and white
openly
supremacy.
supports white supremacy.
Right.
Was
Yeah.
the comment.
Like we're burning.
Yeah, like we have like a white
crosses wearing
supremacy
hoods
show,
here.
like
Yeah.
podcast.
Like if you wanted to say that like you think that there have been distasteful jokes in the realm of race
Right.
or sexism or whatever, like and there's a couple things we have to wear. But to just like that's what I mean, they shoot themselves in the foot with their own argument. And it's like to the furthest extreme where I can't believe anybody who has a career or any like shred of intelligence. And you know what else I find funny? When they're like, yes, Dave's doing the Barstool Fund. Does that like outweigh all of their bad times, right? Well, at this point, when you read their articles, when you read their tweets, they always pick like the same 5 things because there's only like 5
Right.
things. There's a handful of jokes and instances that we probably fucked up on. And so if you really do want to do like balance out, it's like, okay, well, we did the Barstool Fund. We raised money for ALS. We raised money for this fallen firefighter, for this marathon victim, for this, and you probably could balance it all out if you wanted to play that game. I think that's stupid, but you really could do like tit for tat, like we fucked up, but we did a good thing. We fucked up, we did a good thing. It's
You could take out the Barstool Fund, and their arguments are still ridiculous.
right. Oh, that's what I mean. Like you don't
obviously
even have to play that game, but the fact that we could at this point because we've done just as much
Right.
good as we have done harm, and overall
Way
take
more.
all those things out. At the end of the day, we're still just
again, like,
entertaining
if
and providing
that-
jokes.
if that bothers somebody and they don't like us, like that's the beauty of like what we do, and like they don't have to like us. That's fine. But like it's that acting as if every single one of these people doesn't work for someone or something that has likely done like far
Actually
worse than
bad
anything.
things,
Like
yeah.
actually terrible things.
Like harming people,
Like, actually
or,
bad- it's
or
like
treating their
the
employees
ESPN.
like trash, or
It's
like
the ESPN thing,
you
like,
know,
it's like, what?
they don't pay the people who contribute to their sites, or they mistreat them, they fire them, and I would love to just if we could find someone who's like somehow in a bubble or outside the bubble who doesn't know anything and just explain to them like, all right, here we have a CEO, she's a female, she like is in the mix with us, the guys, the girls who work here, she also plays hockey, she interviews them, she supports them while also running the business, and then be like, that very league and those people and those fans don't like her.
You know what though?
Because there was some jokes that like went over the line. I would just love to see someone be like so baffled by
They
their
would not
logic.
be able to compute it.
No, and how do you know if you write for the Deadspins or that girl who's tweeting, like how
it's
can
this
you
small.
even reconcile that?
It's
The
still
insults,
this-
by the way. Or,
I would say it's this still though, and this is like I know people like to reply, like I know Casey defended it, but like I just can't muster like I just don't care anymore because
know.
sports Twitter is so we just talked about an interview we did. We just did an interview with somebody from Disney, like the fucking most brand safe company gave us people to interview and talk to. They don't give a shit. Like
Right.
like nobody cares.
Right.
Outside of
Except
small
for these,
sports Twitter, this small fucking, and that's like I've stopped caring.
Yeah,
like I just don't.
hear you. Part of
it
me is always
bothers
like
me.
don't give into them, but I also like part of me is like fuck that. Like
It's
if you say something
yeah.
this stupid, this hypocritical, this wrong, like you accuse us of things that are that serious, like fuck that.
but then
I'm
if you
gonna speak up.
respond, you're harassing them.
Yeah, but again, that's why
It's like pick a fight.
Yeah.
We reply, claim that you're being attacked.
Like
we defend ourselves
Yeah.
from your claim that you started. We're harassing.
seeing them say we openly support what that did kind of bother me. But it's like again, I can't because it's the same sports Twitter bubble, and it's like they just continue to shout into the void. But then everything like that small thing, but then everything else we do, it's like
You know what I do
clearly
love too, though?
It's just that group of people that think like this.
I
It's
love
the
now
Deadspin and
when it's like,
crazy.
well, I don't like Barstool, but I like PMT. I like Red Camera Barstool. I like
yeah.
Chicks in the Office. I like Mixtape. I like this. I like Foreplay. But like, I don't like the rest. It's
Right.
like, well, you've named half our roster.
So-
and if you don't like Dave, if you don't like me, like there are certain people who are more controversial or inflammatory or polarizing. Like that's fine. There's a lot of other people here now. It's like Matt Lauer. Nobody writes off the entire fucking
like, you
network
not-
because of that one guy.
Yeah.
So if you don't like one person, fine. But I mean, just enough.
That's
of
like
this
my thing.
fucking
Like, all
nonsense.
right,
It
let's
sounds
start
so
checking
idiotic.
you. Are you watching NBC still, or are you like,
Yeah,
are you doing
right.
Still supporting
Okay.
that?
Yeah. Okay.
ESPN,
Let's,
like the way they treated women. And
He had
all
a
women
button
boys,
on
like,
his
get the
desk.
Fuck out of here! Come on.
like,
So
that just
I mean, Erika continues to just be the like shining example of what to do, while somehow it's like at that point I also love it's like I'm not even gonna try anymore. Because if Erika is like, I mean, she's a shining star of how to be good, and even she's gonna get shit. Well, we might as well all just burn it down. We might as well, if we're gonna get accused of it, we might as well get our money's worth here. Fucking Christ. So.
I've always appreciated too. What really gets me is we still have like a group of people who like follow like the LCB Twitter because we do so many like very generic movie things. And
they don't know that you're Barstool?
I love when they quote tweet or retweet our stuff and they start talking about it. And I know there's someone who like it would make them shake if they knew like just. It's just maybe that's why I don't care as much because like I have that one small enjoyment where I know like I can see them. It's like you're telling on yourself because you're doing it for show.
Right. And if you knew, you would like have a fucking meltdown. But
stupid.
All
Sports
right.
Twitter fucking irrelevant.
Anything else? I feel like that's it, right? All right. That's the rundown.